the Independent Electoral Commission in the Northwest, saying the province is ready for tomorrow's by-elections in the Ditsobotla Local Municipality. The Commission says it expects around 20,000 voters to cast their ballot. The by-elections are being held after the municipal council was disbanded in September. Let's get more now, and our reporter Refiloe Seboko joins us live from Coligny. Refiloe, you wouldn't have heard this conversation. Our colleague in Parliament was just informed by Fikile Mbalula, the ANC-NEC member, that they have had to expel some 26 councillors in Ditsobotla. That's information, I suppose, for you to keep in hand as you track this story. What's going on there ahead of these by-elections? How are parties feeling?
Good morning, Chloe. Well, good morning to our viewers. Right now, there's an oversight visit that is happening. The IEC officials are on oversight. Remember that today is the special vote just before the Ditsobotla Local Municipality by-elections that will be happening tomorrow. We are in Itsoseng Township. The IEC officials had just been on an oversight visit in Budibe. But allow me to welcome Dr. Tumelontle Tiba. She is the Electoral Officer of IEC in the Northwest Province. Thank you so much for your time and welcome to Newzroom Afrika. Let's look at the state of readiness for these Ditsobotla by-elections.
Fifi, there are 20 wards in this municipality and 100 voting stations, voting districts, and by implication voting stations. There is a total number of 71,914 registered voters, but this being a by-election, we expect from 20 to 25% voter turnout, which means about 14 to 17,000 voters who will come to our stations today and tomorrow. We are also, because this is special voting day, visiting voters in their homes, those who have applied successfully. Of the 8,453 voters who successfully applied for special votes, 2,237 of them are home visits. And this being both township, town, in some instances even farmland, we will probably spend the whole day today visiting voters who have applied for home visits.
And how is that process going, Dr. Tiba? Is everything going as planned? Are you experiencing any glitches or crises so far?
Of the 97 stations that are supposed to open today, because only 3 of our stations are not opening, we are positive of 87 that opened on time. The others had problems such as the one station in Bethel, Monamaladi, where the presiding officer got stuck on account of the conditions of the roads. Even the visiting provincial head from the Free State almost got stuck there. So we started late. Fortunately, we don't have home visits there. We are expecting that station to function well. It is open already. We have reports of 2 or 3 other stations with delayed openings, but we hope that by 10 o'clock all our stations will be open.
These by-elections, it's the highly contested and the much anticipated elections. Are you likely to see any disruptions tomorrow?
We hope not. You are right. There are 15 political parties contesting the 20 wards. There are 2 independent candidates, one for Ward 2 and the other for Ward 4. As you say, it is highly contested, but we believe that our communication with the parties taking part, we will not have any disruptions at all, because they know that as soon as they register to participate by providing nominees, it means they are going to abide by the code of conduct.
And time, what time will be voting stations open and closing tomorrow for those by-elections?
Today we opened at 8 o'clock. We're closing at 5 o'clock officially, but of course we will go on serving the home visits even beyond 5 o'clock if we need to. Tomorrow we're opening the stations at 7 o'clock sharp, and we will close at 2100 at 9 o'clock in the evening to make way for turning the stations into counting centers. And then we'll count, and we hope that by 2 o'clock on Thursday morning we'll be done.
And then from here, is the IEC officials going to Coligny as well, or other areas to see what's happening?
There are 5 provincial heads in total, and we have spread ourselves among all the 20 wards. So we will be going from station to station, depending on what allocation there is for each provincial head. But there are also permanent staff members working and helping at stations.
Thank you so much for your time, Dr. Tiba. Dr. Tumelo Tiba from the IEC in the Northwest Province. They are saying that as much as they are experiencing some glitches here and there, some voting stations having not opened on time, but they're hoping that tomorrow those voting stations will open at 7 o'clock in the morning sharp. That's when voters will be going to different voting stations to cast their votes. And like she also mentioned that this is the highly much anticipated by elections, or rather also highly contested elections. But he's saying that they are hoping that there won't be any disruptions, and they are going from one station to another just to monitor and also be on oversight visits.
Live in Coligny, that's in the Northwest Province, Refiloe Seboko. Thank you very much for that update.